is a warning to the church. It's a warning to the world. He's coming again soon, and we have to be ready. You don't want to be left behind. When he comes back, you want to be caught up by his side. You want to be in his confidences. You want to be wrapped up in him. Because on that day, I'm telling you, we got to get our focus right. We got to get our priorities straight. Oh, Jesus, help us. Oh, Jesus, help us. I have to go now. Please listen. Please listen.
This is Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, Yahweh being true name for the Father, Yahushai being named for his only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, taught us the truth and will well. And salutations to you, hope like person's truth, and all honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh comes to another lesson to the spirit power, Yahweh Shai. And just came across that video, inspired me to do this quick lesson. And a woman, you can see she's completely broken down in tears. She had a vision that she got left to destruction. Now, in the scriptures, there's no such thing as a rapture. So you have a lot of Christians that, really believe in that heavily, that, the Lord comes and then leaves, and then leaves everyone that's left here to, deal with the Jacob's trouble or a time of tribulation. But ultimately, you all are about to get put through the tribulation first, and you got to make it through the tribulation to get beamed up and delivered. There's nobody that's going to come and pick you up prior to all hell breaking loose in the earth. The scriptures say that time of trouble is near, and it will come. This is Zephaniah 1:14. It says, the day of Yahweh is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all of them that dwell in the land. Okay, so day of Jacob's trouble, a day of judgment and punishment upon the earth, and most of the death will come from women. Eve. Women outnumber men, pretty much 7-1. So just population wise, there's just more women on the earth. And the scriptures say this. Ecclesiastes 25:24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. A woman's crying, but you can see, she's covered in tattoos. And more than likely that woman is probably living her life in an adverse lifestyle. Now, we're not misogynists, you know. This isn't just women bashing lesson. It's just to speak the truth and tell you the warning that a lot of y'all have a lot of work to do to get right with the Heavenly Father. But many of you refuse to do it because you've been brainwashed of the ways of America, of the ways of the wicked. And you haven't been living your life in the way a woman should, which is supposed to be in subjection and submissive. And y'all are supposed to have husbands. You're not supposed to be independent. Okay? There's not supposed to be something called feminism. You're supposed to be feminine, in touch with your femininity, meaning being very woman-like. You know, you're supposed to be in touch with being soft-spoken and be able to have some skills with your hands and be an asset to a man's household. Being able to cook, being able to clean, sew. You know, having beautiful long hair and soft spoken and soft to the body to touch, not all buff and extra muscular and rough and talking rough and fighting and working 3 or 4 or 8 jobs. That's not what you're supposed to be doing, man. You're supposed to be able to be submissive and dependent on a man and a husband. But a lot of y'all have been just taught and pushed to be the opposite and have embraced that. This is Isaiah 32:2. A man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Okay, so that's going to be your protection as a man. Not society, not a job, not money that you make, not child support, not the police. You're going to have a husband. And if you don't have that in these last days, your chances are extremely slim to make it. Let's get another precept in the same book. Gives you warning. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So you're going to have women that in that day that are going to be pushed to realize and get it when it's too late. But some of them are going to get in their right mind and be in this mind. They're going to say, we don't care if you have multiple women that are trying to come to you for safety. We just want to be with you. Help us. And listen to what the Lord describes what's going on in this day, this time period. Verse 2. In that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. So this is a good thing. It's not a negative thing. The Lord's going to be happy with that. A lot of y'all are against polygamy and the ways of an Eastern world lifestyle, which in the Eastern part of the world, you have women that are raised to be wives. And especially in certain countries, such as even in China, some parts, but in Africa, you have that lifestyle that is common, a part of the culture of polygamy. Monogamy is something that was pushed by the slave masters and Edomites that came over to America to oppress the Lord's chosen people. And they forced that Roman lifestyle upon the people. Okay? But it's not natural and normal. Those that live in the Eastern world, they thrive when they live like this. You also see it common in the Middle East. So most of y'all know about it there. You see it common in that religion of Islam. But Islam, they really get that from us, from the scriptures, as far as polygamy goes. That's a Hebrew custom, an Israelite custom, an Abrahamic custom and tradition. So all this women's lib and women being over the man and being equal to the man stuff, that stuff is a new thing created in the earth. That's not natural or normal. So when you have a time of terror and survival, that natural instincts is going to kick in for women. Because you're going to have a lot of women that are going to be in tears, like you just seen that woman in. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16 says, Moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with their stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and menacing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Okay, haughty goes into, a very proud look. Oh, I'm cute. Can't tell me nothing. The chin up. They poke the chin up to the sky, and they flip their hair back, or, post for the gram or Facebook, looking for a lot of attention, looking for a lot of options. That's why it says, and walk with stretched forth necks. Neck all stretched out from the chin being up. And they may pose on Instagram with their picture with their chin up, hair kind of slightly tilted back, and looking at the camera, proud. Okay? And wanton eyes, meaning they looking at everything, all their options, all that attention. That shit ain't right, man. Verse 17, Therefore Yahweh will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. So the Lord will smite your hair. Your stuff might get all matted up. A lot of y'all get them extensions put in and hair weave and dye your hair all those colors, and you damage it and it falls out. A woman's glory is her hair. So the Lord will smite it and take it. Smite the crown of head of the daughter of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. So meaning all of a sudden you start feeling that burning. You get STDs. Why? Because you have too many partners. You're only supposed to have one partner, one man, one husband. And it's only be one man's sperm or semen going in you. And that's a healthy lifestyle or health benefits to that. You're not supposed to have multiple men in you. You're not supposed to have more than one at all. A lot of y'all are virgins, but once you get to a point where you have one, you're supposed to just stick with that man and repent from going from dick to dick, and only allow one man's sperm, semen, and one man's rod inside you. You're supposed to be attached in one flesh with one. So a lot of y'all refuse to do that. So that's when the STDs kick in. You get chlamydia, you get herpes, AIDS, HIV, hepatitis, gonorrhea, venereal diseases. So a lot of y'all are getting smite with that plague and that curse from that. And it's going to stink. And then you lose your ability to even have children anymore. It says, in that day Yahweh will take away their bravery and their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls and their round tires like the moon. So all them implants, the BBLs, all that jewelry you like to wear, them ankle bracelets, them earrings, those necklaces, you're going to smite it. Okay? Verse 19 starts going into it. Things that be falling out your guys' closets, you can't even close it, packed. Clothes after clothes after clothes after dresses, stuff you don't even wear all the time. So the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. So all that stuff in your closet, you're going to smite it all. You're going to be walking around in trash bags or big, big baggy clothes to hide the fact that you're a woman, because in times of war, women are just preyed upon. These troops and these men that are just looking on survival mode, and they become into ruthless monsters. They're looking to just grape and take you and do away with you and your children. So a lot of y'all are going to be, very bloody and beat up and cut up and damaged down there. Body covered in bruises. And you're going to smell horrific. 24, it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink. So in that day, you're going to be able to smell a woman from hundreds of feet away. Because a lot of y'all are going to be on your time of the month. There's not going to be no maxi pads, no tampons, no toilet paper. So that stench of that rotten blood is going to stink. And it's going to stain your clothes and your raiment. It says, instead of a girdle, a rent. And instead of a well-set hair, baldness. And instead of stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Right. So it says, "Will come to pass, instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink." So you have matted hair, dirty skin and clothes. These are the days that you guys are going to have to make it through. This ain't no time where you're going to go ahead and pass away before it hits, or you get beamed up into a rapture and you escape all that. No, it's coming for you. All you women going to have to go through it. If you're not with a man, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, these are the conditions that you're going to be in. And a lot of y'all picked the wrong men. So this is where it comes, verse 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the wars. Meaning that man that you put, that worldly man, that's not a prophet of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's not at the highways and hedges and speaking and warning the people and standing for the Lord. Those other men that you picked to pass up those guys and look down upon them, frown upon them, those men you're with, they're going to die. Your baby daddies are going to die, man, that y'all try to rotate back and forth with. Not going to be here. That guy that you said, oh, well, he's an athlete, or he's making money, he pushes weight in the streets, he's a drug dealer, or he's a thug, or he's a rapper, or he's a lawyer, or that guy, he might be a doctor. And you got all these men thinking that's you can't talk to them unless you have those men with that status. And the men that they got with like that, they gonna perish. They get drafted. If the ones that don't get drafted, when Civil War hits and World War III hits and there's invasions in the U.S., they just gonna get shot. Y'all chose the wrong protection. The Lord is only dealing with the elect and the men that follow him and serve him. Even a lot of these false groups you with, a lot of these men of IUIC, they're going to perish. All these false, popularity Israelite groups that y'all flocking to join, Sakari, ISUBK, GOCC, HOI and shit, all the men, they going to get drafted and perish. It says, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Being desolate, meaning being desperate. All you're going to be able to do is just sit on the ground and you'll just be sobbing every night. Every night, man. Losing your children. A lot of them going to perish in starvation. This is the punishment that's coming for women. So you seen that woman crying in the opening of the video. That's child's play. You're not really crying yet. But she's seen it. She's seen what it is to get left. If you don't have that hedge of protection, you're done. It's Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. They don't say a woman. Okay? So, y'all women that are tuning in and listening and coming across these lessons, you have a lot of repenting to do. You need to learn how to be a woman and what it is to be a woman. It ain't just about spreading your legs and having sex. Becoming a helpmeet unto a man. Believing in Yahweh Shai. Praying. Being a peace. Lord said it's not good for a man to be alone. I shall make a helpmeet for him. Yeah, we don't want to be alone. It ain't good for y'all to be alone. So you need to get right and change your spirit, your proud, wicked, evil spirit. Get rid of that Beyonce mindset before it's too late. So with that, I'm going to close out and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. I'll give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone that teaches truth and will well, and citations to your hopeful elect, person is truth, in all honesty, sincerity. Shalom.